everybody, this is Marjorie. I was doing my garden there, right? I was doing my gardening, just, tidying up. And my pal Senga walks by and she says, "Oh, hello, Marjorie, you're busy at it." I says, "Oh, you know me, Senga, I like to keep my garden nice and tidy, nice and pristine." She says, "Oh, you keep a lovely garden, Marjorie." I says, "Thanks very much, Senga." I mean, I must admit, I do keep a lovely garden. I mean, I'm no Alan Titsmart or Charlie Hammock, but, I do my best, and people walk by and they admire it, and I says, "Oh, thanks very much." So Senga says to me, "I was thinking, do you fancy a wee run in the motor? I was thinking of going to Carnoustie." I says, "Oh, that'd be lovely, Senga. What are we going to Carnoustie for?" She says, "Well, I was away a run the other day with one of my pals for the social club, for the wee afternoon club that she goes to." And she says, "We're up in Carnoustie," and I took a wee notion for a donkey. And I thought, I don't know where this conversation's going. She says, "No, we went donkey riding in Carnoustie." I says, "I didn't know they did donkey riding in Carnoustie, Senga." She says, "Oh, I did donkey riding in Carnoustie." And she fell for this wee donkey, right, called Derek. Derek the donkey. And she says, "I quite fancy going back to see wee Derek the donkey. Would you want to come with me?" I says, "Okay, I like a wee day out." She said, "Right, what to do is you finish off what you're doing, get yourself all tidied up." And she says, "I'll nip in, get my messages put away, get ready, I'll nip round to the garage and get some petrol and I'll pick you up." And I says, "That would be lovely." I says, "Oh, a wee chauffeur driven motor vehicle ride up to Carnoustie, to see Derek the donkey." I says, "Well, it passes the time, it's something different." So I gets myself all organised, gets myself all changed, and the time went on. I mean, this was like Cinderella at the ball. The clock kept going round and round and round. And I'm like, "Where is Senga?" I mean, I'm sure she told me she was coming to pick me up. And then, you start to doubt yourself because I'm a woman at a certain age. I thought, did she tell me I had to go to hers? And I says, "No, she definitely says she was going to pick me up." So onto the mobile, right? And I says, hello, Senga. Where are you, hen? You said you were going to pick me up." She says, "I'm just in the queue for the petrol." She says, I'm in a queue. It's quite a long queue, but hopefully I'll get there as soon as I can." I says, "Right, what petrol station are you going to, Senga?" She says, "Well, I thought I would just nip into the one at Baillieston, the Morrisons at Baillieston." I went, "Oh, aye, that's quite handy, hen. Where are you the now?" She says, "Airdrie." I says, "Oh, well, that shouldn't take too long. I mean, Airdrie to Baillieston in a queue for petrol. I mean, what is going on? Every food court, the length and breadth of the United Kingdom, folk are going daft with the petrol. What? I mean, it's quite a bad state of affairs, isn't it? It's a stinky state of affairs when you can't get petrol." But, well, the thing is, they'll come on, right, the government, and they'll say, "There's plenty petrol. And we've got petrol in reserve, and we've got this, and we've got that." It's all very well in reserve, but if you can't get it, you want to tell folk where your reserve is, and they can just go and pick it up direct. So, and then they're talking about bringing in the army. I says, "I thought I could maybe volunteer. I could be one of the petrol drivers. Can you imagine me coming in with my tanker?" Oh, I'd be great at that, wouldn't I? Aye, so Brexit. I mean, Brexit. Don't start me. This is all because of Brexit, because everything's gone up the Swanee River on a swan singing Agadoo. Everything's went to pot. Everything has went to pot. Just Brexit. It's all you hear. If it's no coronavirus, it's Brexit. But I mean, I blame Brexit for everything. I was sitting in the lavvy the other day, right? I was constipated and I was sitting there going, and it wouldn't come. And I says, "I blame Brexit. Ever since Brexit, nothing flows the way it should. Nothing's delivered in time. Nothing comes when it's expected. Oh, it's affecting everything." And then on top of that, so I'm waiting. So I said, "Right, what am I going to do? I've got time to spare here, waiting for Senga to get herself, get the petrol and get to me so we can go to Carnoustie to see Derek the donkey." Fat boy opens his front door, says, "Marjorie, darling, could you help me with my washing?" And I went, what? Oh. So he's hurt his back. He says, "I've put the washing in the washing machine, darling, but because of my back, I can't hang it out on the rope." I says, "Right." So I've been back into the house. I got my rubber gloves on, and I got my, my the wee thing you do for the litter, the wee picky up stick. I said, "There's no way I'm touching his underwear." So I'm hanging everything out. I gets to his underwear, I'm like, oh my God, are you sure you've washed these? They're absolutely minging. I wouldn't use them as a duster, let alone a pair of underpants. So I'm hanging them up, and I hang them up with the crotch, and he went, oh darling, don't hang my underpants up by the crotch. And I says, listen, just be thankful you're not wearing them.